Today is my daughter Jada's 26th birthday. She was born on December the 27th, 1995, exactly 9 months after the miscarriage of my third pregnancy. So you already know she was wanted, she was needed, and she was welcomed. Welcome to the Bare Pantry Show. If you want to learn how to cook in simple steps and have your dishes come out great the first time, then you're in the right place. Learn to make restaurant-style meals, comfort foods, and authentic Belizean dishes from basic ingredients. Little did I know that God would download so many gifts and talents into her. At age 3, she started to sing publicly. And I mean really sing. I mean, that girl sang, all right? And then at age 11, she started to play the guitar all on her own. She did get some help with this website called Ultimate Guitar Tabs. She learned to play the chords from that website, but she had to commit them to memory, and then she started to play music. At age 16, she started to write music. In 2018, she produced her first EP of 5 songs, original songs. A lot of you guys have bought this EP, and if you haven't bought it yet, I have it for sale, the physical EP at my website, okay? We don't have it where you can download it anymore. She's working on something, and she may or may not put that back out again at Apple Music and so on and so on. So then in 2019, we took her to sing at the beach, and that's when this big British producer came through and discovered her. I always say discovered her, but he didn't really discover her. She was already discovered because Sherry Shepherd put her on TV on KTLA Channel 5 in California. She was seen all over the US and in Belize and Jamaica in April of 2019. So I'm making a cake for her. This is her favorite cake, lemon cake. I'm not gonna make the full recipe that's in my book, The Pantry Laid Bare. I'm gonna make the small batch recipe that's in my book, No More Leftovers. And then I'm gonna go find some type of frosting to put on top, and we're gonna decorate it, all right? So Jada's on a trip with her 2 besties, and I believe she's gonna bring some footage for us that you'll see at the end of this video. But for right now, let's get into making this cake. So first of all, this is what we're gonna need. 3/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, 1.5 tablespoons of cornstarch, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Be very careful because you can put too much baking powder in this cake and it's gonna flop, okay? 1/4 teaspoon of salt, which I'm opting not to use because my butter is salted. So if you're not using a salted butter, then put 1/4 teaspoon of salt, okay? 6 tablespoons of butter, and I'm using salted butter. 3/4 cup of granulated white sugar, 2 eggs, 1 tablespoon lemon zest, 1/2 teaspoon vanilla extract, and look, I have the good vanilla sent to me by my friend Liz. Thank you, Liz. 2 tablespoons and 2 teaspoons vegetable oil, 4.5 tablespoons lemon pudding powder, 1/2 cup plus 2 tablespoons whole milk. I'm using lactose-free milk. So first of all, preheat the oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. In a medium bowl, whisk flour, cornstarch, baking powder, and salt if you're using the salt, then set aside. In a separate bowl, use an electric hand mixer to cream the butter and sugar until fluffy. Add the eggs one at a time until well incorporated. Be sure to scrape down the bowl, okay? Fold the lemon zest into the batter. Add the vanilla extract to the vegetable oil. Then pour into the batter and mix until well combined. Add pudding mix to the milk and whisk briskly, kind of like if you're making the pudding. Add the dry ingredients and the milk pudding mixture alternately to the batter and mix until smooth. Pour the batter into the cake pan, then tap it down lightly on the counter, then bake for approximately 1 hour. First of all, guys, that cake raised up so high like this, almost above the little tin, all right? After the hour, the toothpick inserted didn't come out quite clean, so I've given the cake another 10 minutes. I'm gonna really need to use a skewer to get to the bottom because the cake got super tall. You want to cook more at home, but recipes can be overwhelming because most recipes cater to a large group. The solution is my new small batch book, No More Leftovers. Enjoy air fryer wings and other appetizers for 2, small batch Belizean breads, main dishes for 2, small batch dishes and drinks and smoothies for 1. You'll be able to stay on your eating plan or diet because my recipes for mini cakes, pies, and cookies only yield enough for you to enjoy a treat and share with a couple of friends or family. Pick up a copy of my new small batch book, No More Leftovers, at www.barepantryshow.com. Shop safely and securely at www.barepantryshow.com. It only needed 5 more minutes, so it went for 1 hour and 5 minutes. I'm going to allow it to cool for like 10 minutes, then release it from the pan. If you're not using a springform pan, go ahead and just put a butter knife between the cake and the pan, get it out, and I'm going to go ahead and get it off here and set it bottom side down because I don't want to set it upside down like I do most cakes because this cake is tender, all right? After it cooled down completely, I put it in the freezer for about ½ hour. And then now I'm going to go ahead and just cut it straight in half because I want at least 1 layer. The cake is really thick. Oh, it's gorgeous. Then I'm using some homemade buttercream frosting, but I'm not going to show you how to make that in this video. I'll do that in a future video, okay? Because I want to have some of my frosting videos separate from the cakes. Alright, so notice the cake is upside down now. Put the pretty side down on the plate so we could get a good slice every way we cut it. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of try to put it on because I suck at frosting cakes, but every time I put it on and I spread it out neatly, I put it in the freezer. And then now I've put some yellow frosting in a piping bag. Look at me trying to do piping bag and all this stuff for Jada. And I cut these lemons in half. This is what she's been doing for quite a few years. I started the show when Jada turned 16, and then now she's 26. 10 years, guys. So I'm trying really, really hard because she decorates everybody's birthday cakes, so she shouldn't have to decorate her own. So I'm gonna try. So I'm just kind of like squirting it out, and then I spell out Jada and I put 26, and then I'm gonna put 2 pieces of lemon, and now it's time for her to taste. Let's go present it.
There we go.
Oh my God! We gave Jory the camera. Put the camera back on.
All right, we'll
we gave Jory the camera, and we thought he knew that we didn't hand it to him not recording. Jory says,
we missed the whole damn story.
Stupid. We were talking all types of stuff, guys. I don't know how to use this thing.
Do we have to do happy birthday again?
Like the short version.
Okay.
Happy birthday to you! Yeah! We sang the whole song before. Joshua blew the candles out. Oh my God, it's a whole thing. That's why you should have 2 cameras going, we
ran out of budget, so
and she already said we're not forcing her to say this. How was the cake?
It was really good.
You don't have to eat the whole thing because you're gonna go eat dinner. You can just taste it. Oh, you want to? Okay. We thought we were forcing her. Anyways, she was due January 3rd. She came December 27th. Jeez. Yes, 2 days after Christmas. And ever since she was born, my mom said nobody shortchanges baby and just give her Christmas gifts and no birthday gifts. So everybody's forced to give birthday gifts.
Yeah.
And it's not really forced because they get good birthday gifts in the summer, June and July. So she gets to have good birthday. So you have to show off your bag and stuff, babe. Did you take your bag with you on your trip? and when am I going to get the footage to put in this video for the trip?
I'll try to send you an email, but it's too long.
Put it on your Google Drive or my Google Drive.
Okay.
She just I
want to put it in this video. Or maybe you're going to have to come back and watch the next video to see it. We're going to start doing that. All right, guys. You done, babe? You tell them where you're going to go eat?
Korean barbecue.
Awesome. And we have to promote the place where you went to. Well, we don't have to because they paid their money. What's the name of the place?
Casa de Sunset?
Yeah.
Casa de Sunset? You guys are
yeah, I was just like,
no, well,
because there's one that's Casa de Sunset, and then the other one that they just made is Casa de Sunrise. So it's just kind of hard to think about which one it is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, they're not paying us, so it's not a sponsored thing. They just went there and they enjoyed themselves, and so we're saying, hey, shout out to Casa de Sunset. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Remember, guys, we are not buying this book. Why? Because my distributor is ripping me off and not paying me any of my royalties. So for this reason, I redid the book that's being sold on Amazon and I made this book. I removed a bunch of the recipes from the first book because I did not deem them to be authentically Belizean enough, and I put a bunch of brand new recipes in here. So you're gonna get more for your money, okay? So when you buy this book, you're gonna find that the recipes are very easy to understand and the dishes are gonna come out perfect the very first time. So this book was made in 2018, in the middle of the pandemic in 2020. 2020, I made this book, The Pantry Laid Bare, and this is restaurant quality, no, not restaurant quality, better than restaurant quality meals at home. Now in 2021, I have my brand new book. This one's called No More Leftovers. Why? Because I reduced some of the recipes from this book, and I put a bunch of brand new recipes in there, but they're all small batches, all right? Now to purchase, all you have to do is visit my website, www.barepantryshow.com. You can shop safely and securely at www.barepantryshow.com.